Hey, what's happening everyone? Journeyman here and welcome back to Save Our Saints. Today is episode number 24 in the series and it could be the toughest games yet in this series. Take on Sevilla first and foremost in the Europa League quarter-final with a chance to go into the semi-finals. And then we take on Man City as well. We still have hopes and aspirations of squeaking in to that top four finish, and obviously a victory against Man City would go a long way to getting us there. Hey everyone, once again, welcome back to Save Our Saints. Now, there has been 2 games since the last time you joined us, and it obviously was the 0-0 draw in Wolfsburg that basically guaranteed qualification to this stage of the Europa League. As you can see, we're taking on Sevilla in the first leg at home. The next leg will be in the next episode. Originally, I was going to do Sevilla, both of these days, but we're still in the race for 4th place, so we have to do this one and then Man City, because you know what, Man City is always a good game, always a fun game to commentate over. So we're going to do that one. The next episode will be the second leg of Sevilla. Hopefully we'll still be in the tie. Sevilla have a very, very tough team. But anyway, take a look at the 2 fixtures since the last time you joined us. It was a 3-1 victory over Aston Villa. Made pretty light work over it. Goldson, Erling Haaland and Justin Kluivert giving us a victory here. Next up, then we had to come from behind, actually beat Crystal Palace 2-1. Goals from Jack Grealish and Anthony Martial coming off the bench, making the difference after we went 1-0 down from Mohamed Sakho's header. But yeah, going into today's game up against Sevilla, let's take a look at the Sevilla lineup real quick. Obviously, they have some very, very talented players, no doubt about it. A lot of recognisable faces in here. We'll start at the back and work forward. Simon Kjaer, obviously a very, very talented Danish centre-half. Used to play for... who used to play for? Oh yeah, Wolfsburg. I understand him previous FM games. Very, very good defender. Who else do they have in here? Toure, of course, on loan from Monaco. I had him 2 seasons ago for my Saints series. Vidal, obviously formerly of Barcelona. Roque Mesa, I think he used to play for Blackburn, didn't he, back in the day? I believe correctly. That was Swansea. He was a Swansea player. That's what he was. Played for them for 1 season in the Premier League. They also have Quincy Promes, who almost signed for Southampton in real life. Talented Dutch winger. Victor Fischer is also there as a left winger as well. 26-year-old Danish player. Wassim Ben Yedder, formerly of Toulouse. Scored a ton of goals in France, as you can see. Not doing as well in La Liga, but still a very talented striker we have to keep an eye on. So going into today's game, Kennedy as well. Kennedy, yeah, the former Chelsea and Newcastle winger as well. Signed on the free transfer. Actually, one of the players I thought about making a bid for, but decided against him because, well, I don't like him as a person. But anyway, let's go straight into today's game. News: Martial, unfortunately, is doubtful with a thigh injury. Tight thigh, sorry. I thought I said thigh for half a second. Anyway, Mario Götze is also coming out with a damaged foot, so that's going to be disappointing, losing 2 big players like that. So, I'm going to set this team up back in just 1 second. Alright, so this is the lineup we're going to go with up against Sevilla today at home. Obviously, Anguson's going to be in goal. Back 4, very similar lineup of Bertrand, Hoyt, Maguire and Toljan. Midfield, Gambin's going to play that ahead of Ndidi. Lamina's going to partner him. Maxwell Cornet comes into the team ahead of Martial. Obviously, he's taken his chances in previous ones. There's injury problems recently, but I'm hoping he can find his form again from earlier in the campaign. Justin Kluivert, obviously, on the right-hand side. Jack Grealish in the middle is partnering Erling Haaland up top. And yeah, honestly, it's not a strongest lineup. I'd love to have Mario Götze and Martial today, but there you have it. Unfortunately, we can't have everything. But anyway, here we go. First game up against Sevilla here at home. Glorious opportunity. Obviously, like any European tie, you want to try and keep a clean sheet at home. Obviously, try and avoid the away goals rules. But obviously, I'd love for maybe a very tight 2-0 victory. I think that would be pretty good. If we can get away with that, that'd be fantastic. So anyway, here we go. One of the biggest games in Southampton's history up against Sevilla. Let's get it going and let's come away with victory. Alright, here's Quincy Promes early on now. Hoyt makes the clearance. Erling Haaland, here we go. On the counter-attack. Erling Haaland galloping forward here. What a run this was from Erling Haaland. Laces to Grealish. Oh, Grealish. Jack, how did you miss? How did you miss? What a run that was from Erling Haaland. Oh my word, what a run that was. Demolishing anyone in his path. Anyway, here's Toljan now. Flicks it, goes to Grealish. Here's Lamina. Here's Bertrand now. Ryan Bertrand gets the byline, puts a great looking ball in. Kajal with the clearance, there's Lamina. Cliver back to Toljan, put the pressure on Sevilla here early on. I like this. Go on to Cliver in the box, back to Toljan. Toljan to Lamina. Get in there, Mario Lamina's 5th goal of the campaign. Makes it 1-0 to Southampton. Assist there from Jeremy Toljan. And has put us in a very strong position now. 21 minutes in and 1-0 up. Taking a look at this finish again. Toljan's laying across. And first time shot. Actually took a big deflection off a defender, but we're gonna ignore that and presume that was going in anyway. And goal for Mario Lamina. All right, Grealish now with the corner kick, whips the ball in. Haaland from 2 yards out. Erling Haaland, how did you miss that, you son of a bitch? Great chance to make it 2-0. So far, we're absolutely all over Sevilla. They're unable to answer any of the questions you've thrown at them with the talent that we have up top. Here's Grealish now. Good ball forward to Haaland, putting the pressure on and using all experience there. Christophe Ajar lays it back to his goalkeeper. But so far, it's been a great start for Southampton. Just got to try and make it 2-0 here, and that would definitely make me breathe easy. Here's Haaland, puts the ball in. Lamina at the back post gets his 2nd goal of the game. Mario Lamina. 6th goal of the season here for Mario. 2nd goal of the game. And I'll repeat what I said in previous episodes, which was I want to bring back Mario Lamina. I don't really care how much money it takes. I think he's a superb football manager, midfielder, and he really, really suits my system. And no matter how much money it takes, I want to bring this kid back. Chance now for Sevilla. Don't concede. Ooh. We've got to do better from set pieces. That's one thing I have noticed. I've definitely got to work on our set piece instructions. Far too many goals conceded this year from that. Anyway, here's Maxwell Cornet. Haven't seen much of him today. Here's Grealish. Good cross in. Looking for Torre. Torre heads it clear side. There's Cornet at the near post. A really good save from their goalkeeper. And close to making it 3-0. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. 2-0. I said I'll take a 2-0 victory at the beginning of this game, and that still stands. But 3-0 would be even better, wouldn't it? Alright, so halftime here, 2-0 up to the good, and playing very, very well, except for that maybe one set-piece opportunity for Sevilla. We've essentially dominated the game. I'd love to put this tie to bed before the second leg. That would be great. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this second half rolling. No need to make any changes. Things are going very, very smoothly for us. And unfortunately, we've got a knock here. Looks like Wesley Hoyt has picked up a knock. So we're going to bring on German Storico, who's had his trouble in recent games with us. He's not been very good. I'm hoping he can find some form today in this tie, naturally. But yeah, German, I'm relying on you today, son. Young lad, very, very talented, a lot of potential, but not been very good recently. Anyway, here's Bertrand, whips in. Lamina at the far post. Can't win that one. Here's Haaland. Back to Bertrand again, to Gambin, back to Toljan. Toljan, patient build-up play. Oh dear, poor ball there from Gambin, and a chance now. Sorico has been knocked off the ball, and Ben Yed has made it 2-1, and Sevilla now right back in this tie. I'm not sure what this weird animation is. I've seen it a couple of times now. Basically, one-on-one, and for some reason, the striker kind of gets through one-on-one and just scores from that highlight there. You know, when German Storico kind of bounced off him like a rubber ball. It's happened a couple times in FM. I presume it's a bug. I presume it'll be fixed soon. But it's 2-1 Sevilla. Let's concentrate back on the game itself. Looks like Sevilla now has a little bit of confidence going forward here. All right. Come on, get over there. Get over there. Here's Vidal in the box to Maddie. Oh, good save from Gunn, and he's going to gather the loose ball. Good, good, good. So Sevilla now starting to get back in this game. That goal gave him a bit of confidence, obviously. Now, with that in mind, they have an away goal, which means I'd like to get at least a 2-goal cushion going to Sevilla. Here's Maxwell Cornet. He's brought down Shaw. Oh, not a penalty. All right, Storico to Maguire. Torre the head to Vidal. Oh, this is going to be a long highlight. This could be a chance. Ben Yedder's now through on goal. I think Storico kept him onside. Oh, German Storico. You are having an absolute mare in there, aren't you? He's got a 6.6 so far. But I noticed a lot of errors in his game. All right. 69 minutes on the clock here. Come on, boys. I've known that Sevilla, by the way, have actually overtaken us in shots on goal. So they've obviously made a little bit of an adjustment. And, oh, Erling Haaland off the inside of the post. All right. Time to make an adjustment ourselves. Let's go ahead And let's bring on Ronaldo to play as an inside forward on the left-hand side of midfield. Not really a natural role for him, but he will add a little bit of steel to the midfield. What other changes can we make? I'm actually tempted to pick off Chim's to be honest with you, because he's nervous and he's not playing well. All right, you know what? Let's leave him on, though. Bit of growth, put some hair on your chest, all that stuff like that. Nothing wrong with throwing you in the deep end. Sink or swim, right? All right, so 7 minutes to go. We're still 2-1 up. We're still leading, which is good. Obviously, I get a third goal here would be great. Toljan to Lamina to Kluivert. Poor ball there from Justin Kluivert. Vidal now hits it long to Ben Yedder. He's got round the back of Maguire, and that was a great chance for Sevilla. They really should be level here. Ben Yedder's missed a couple of really good chances, catching our defense flat-footed, getting through one-on-one with the keeper. And lucky for us, Ben Yedder has not been on fine form today. Alright, so looks like this tie is going to finish, or this first leg's going to finish here 2-1. Obviously, come away with the victory, which is great, but our second half performance certainly left something to be desired. Obviously, as well, hopefully that injury to Wesley Hoyt isn't too bad and he's going to be available for the Man City game, or at least the second leg. It looks like there's no serious injury. We took him off just in the nick of time. Yeah, we're going to have to play a little bit better than that if you want to get anything out of the Man City game. Alright, so here we go up against Man City now in the second game of the episode. Let's take a look at the league table real quick to show you how things are stacking up. So there's a very slim chance we can get into the top 4. Arsenal unfortunately got a win yesterday, and they have now extended the gap to 8 points again. But we do have 2 games at hand over them, so we won both those games. We only win 3 points off Arsenal there. The only difficult thing about it is Man United have a lot of games to catch up on, and obviously a very talented side, so I expect them to gain maximum points from those games. But if they don't, it might open the door for a chance for us to get into that top 4 spot like we wanted at the beginning of the season. On the plus side, though, we are now 8 points clear of Tottenham, who are currently 8th place in the table, so we're not in any danger of not qualifying for Europe next year, which means to be able to stabilize the finances and obviously keep this team growing and developing. But anyway, today's game going to be a very tough one because we got to try and balance out preparing ourselves for the second leg against Sevilla. Let's go ahead and work out what we're going to do for this one. Obviously, I want to keep players readily available. Players like Lamina. Gambin's actually suspended for this one, so Ndidi will start there. Ronaldo will start ahead of Lamina. Right back, we'll do a Mate. Left back, we'll give Bertrand a break. I'll have Matt Target in there. Maguire and Hoyt are fit and good to go. This should be fine for the next game midweek. What other changes can we make? Grealish is struggling a little bit. Gustavo Scarpa should start ahead of him. Not too much of a drop off there. Martial is fit again, but I'm not going to risk him. We'll put Thomas Haaland on the bench as well, maybe get him a run out at some points. But yeah, Man City away from home, kind of being forced to make changes here. It's not really ideal, but we'll roll with it. We'll do the best we can. Alright, so here we go, up against Man City away from home. Obviously a few required changes to the side today, and depending on how the game goes, obviously I'll take some players off midway through the game itself. So take a look at the Man City side. As you can see, a lot of recognisable faces in there. Ederson still in goal, Laporte's at centre half, Mendy's left back, Fernandinho's there. Justin Weigl partners Fernandinho, very talented holding midfielder, German player. Kevin De Bruyne, of course, what a glorious player he is. Rafinha left wing, Bernardo Silva on the right wing, Gabriel Jesus leading the line. Only 10 goals this season. I expect him to do a bit better than that, but he's probably had a couple of other players ahead of him. Aguero, Icardi, Sane for 3 players to name off the top of my head. Alright, so let's just get this game going. Obviously, we got a 1-0 victory over them last time. I would like to repeat that again. Wouldn't that be amazing? Doing double over Man City. I was hoping after that Man City game that we'd really push on and really establish ourselves as one of the top 4 teams in this country, but unfortunately wasn't meant to be. Inconsistency once again being our natural enemy. So here we go, Man City away from home. Living the dream here at the City of Manchester Stadium, or whatever it's called nowadays. Oh, the Etihad. That's called the Etihad now. Why did I forget that? I've got such a terrible memory. Anyway, here's De Bruyne now. Whips the ball in. Well cleared at the near post. Rafinha's going to grab hold of that loose ball though. Got to get tight to him. Here's Bernardo Silva. Justin Weigl. Fernandinho. Good tackle there from Ndidi to Maxwell Cornet. Here's a chance on the break. Oh, just couldn't lift it over Marquinhos. Haaland would have been through on a goal. Here's Man City coming back the other way. Maguire does well to head it straight to Fernandinho. Good tackle there from Gustavo Scarpa, and he gives it away. We've got to be more clinical with the passes. We can't give Man City cheap possession. Come on, guys. Bernardo to Rafinha's through on goal, and it's 1-0. Carved us open there. Rafinha getting the wrong side of Daniel Amate, and a good through ball there from Bernardo Silva, and Man City are 1-0 up. All right, halftime here, and no other highlight to speak about. It's 1-0, very, very tight game. Both teams are actually playing pretty well. In fact, we had 4 shots on target against them compared to their 2, and we're actually controlling possession at 54% as well. So controlling possession against a Man City side, I mean, that's an achievement all by itself. So I'm going to tell the guys I'm pleased with that performance so far in the first half. They've reacted positively. Let's go ahead and keep that same lineup out for the second half, and maybe we'll carve out a clear-cut chance to get ourselves back in this game. But at 1-0, the game can certainly go either way still. Here's Matt Target now. Puts it to Gustavo Scarpa to Wijnaldum. Lays it back to Ndidi, back to Matt Target. Gets in a really good spot. Put the ball in. Oh, Matt. It was very, very well worked. Got into a really good position, but Matt Target couldn't deliver the ball. All right. Maguire, Target, Maxwell Cornet. Good ball that is. Haaland's now through on goal. Erling Haaland makes it 1-1. Getting their 29th goal of the season for Erling Haaland. What a campaign he's had. And doesn't that transfer fee look a little bit of a bargain now? £16.25 million. A little bit of stroke of genius for myself finding this kid and getting him in on such a cheap deal. And no doubt, by the way, in the summer, a lot of big clubs are going to be in for him. So we're going to have to starve off interest for his services. All right, so let's concentrate on defending now. Let's keep hold of this this game. Now we got back into it. All right, come on, get stuck in there. Weigl, Fernandinho. It seems to have all the time in the world in there. Here's Mendy, back to Fernandinho. Weigl forcing them back, so I'm pleased about that. But hopefully by forcing them back, we don't expose ourselves like we have. Here's Mendy. Pulls the byline, pulls it back to Jesus. He gets his 11th goal of the season. Obviously heard my criticism about him not scoring enough goals, and he gets one today. Bastard. Alright, 58 minutes on the clock here. Here's De Bruyne. Still camped inside our own half here. Here's Fernandinho to Mendy. Mendy drives inside. Right-footed strike. Always going over the bar, but good one there from Bernard Mendy. Let's make a change. Bring on Jack Grealish to play inside forward on the left. I can see 3.5 star. Very natural to that position, so hoping to make an impact there today. We'll also bring on Thomas Haaland for Ronaldo as a Mazzala. That's the only change we'll make for now. We might be able to push 2 up top at some point as well. We have Ibrahimi on the bench in case you want to throw something different at this Man City side. Alright, with about 50 minutes to go in the game, it's still only 2-1 and we're still in this game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring off Gustavo Scarpa and I'm going to bring on Ibrahimi to play as a target man, actually. I'm going to have him as a target man. I'm going to have Haaland as a pressing forward. Hope we get some balls in the box there and some service for Ibrahimi. He hasn't scored many goals as I would like to see him score this year. Hopefully that'll work for Ibrahimi like it worked for Jesus earlier. But I'll use him as a target man. I wanted to see more from him. And this is his chance to shine, to be a hero. Here's Aguero now through on goal, and Aguero makes it 3-1 and kills any hope of us getting back in this game. Grealish going to put the ball in. There's Hoyt at the back post. Did it cross the line? It did not. The ball was, I think it was someone who was offside anyway. And yeah, as you can see, it didn't quite clear, didn't cross the line. Alright, time winding down here on this game. Disappointing, really. We were in it for most of it. Fortunately, that goal from Aguero kind of killed any chances of us getting anything out of the game, and disappointing to concede right after we equalised too. Obviously, here at Man City, it's a very tough game, and at least we held ourselves with some kind of pride and some decent performances in there, but we're still a few players off from competing regularly against a team like Man City. And the good thing about it is we avoided any kind of injuries or problems against Man City there, so we should be good to go for the next game up against Sevilla, which of course will be in the very next episode tomorrow. So Sevilla, second leg, with going into it 2-1 up. Obviously they have an away goal, which means we're going to have to be a little bit aggressive there, maybe get an away goal for ourselves, and that hopefully will kill the tie. But as things stand right now, looking at this league table, we're 5 games away from the end of the Premier League season, and it's looking increasingly like we are not going to be able to catch Arsenal for 4th spot there. But as long as we can hold on to our position in the top 7, which we should be able to pretty comfortably, I'll be pretty happy with the performance this year. If we look at the season preview, I believe we were predicted to finish 7th, so we're going to pretty much finish exactly where we were predicted. But yeah, that really wraps up the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below. Let's see, what can we do with comments? Let me know in the comments below. Who is your player of the season so far? I presume it's going to be Erling Haaland, but it'd be interesting to see if anyone has any other input on who's played very well this season. And it's been a good season all around. Very happy with it, and hopefully it will continue against Sevilla next episode. But thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.